Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whoever you are and wherever you are. Today, on the first part, I would say we'll do something a bit unconventional, something off topic, way off topic, from collecting banknotes, coins, but about uh, cardboard, as some people might call it, uh, paper collection. Yeah, it's still some form of banknote, paper related kind of thing. I do appreciate the artwork and of the artists that done trading cards. I started collecting trading cards when I was a kid, and then predominantly when I went to high school, I stopped playing trading cards altogether just because I have, like all most kids having problem is you spend too much money on these cards and so forth, blah blah blah. Until you realize that those generations, those who played trading cards as a kid in late 1990s, like 1996, 7, 8, and 9 generation kids when they were in elementary school um, or in grade schools, they grew up. Uh, that people like me, we grew up, we make our own money, we work our own money, and when we think about investment, we are still a kid in heart. We still play Pokemon cards. We still play Magic the Gathering cards, and all the new things that we play, like the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, One Piece cards. It's a manifestation, and a lot of now title games, even like new titles like from Disney, is also joining in the trading card games and so forth. Hopefully, they can market this industry because it's a huge potential market. Because those generations who truly appreciates the value and the fun of trading card games are the generations that are millennials like me myself. And sadly, uh, I mean, this is my personal view about trading cards. Those kids, when we were kids, and those kids that are in this generation, when they want to get into trading cards, they feel a bit uncomfortable. Now it's no longer fun. It's all about scalpers trying to scalp all the resources that's been sold at a market retail price. Now a lot of the times that once they release the products, new products, it's not even old or out of print products, suddenly the price jacks up to 20, 30%. It's like a hype. And but the thing is, artificially hype created by scalpers. And in this kind of industry, I would say that is a big issue. I understand, like in the old days, the Wizard of Coast, Magic the Gathering company like Hasbro's and so forth, they have to juggle two sides of faction to generate money. One is purely on the game itself, gaining new generation, new breed of players to enjoy what the purpose of the trading card game is. You play the game itself, and while you're playing, you trade cards that you need to enhance your deck. I mean, your card games, when you battle it out and so forth. On the other faction is those who doesn't play the card but manipulate by the market price so that they can gain profit, and those are them are sub, like collectors purely collecting just because of profit or for artwork. So we have a lot of this kind of divisions, and big companies like Pokemon Company and so forth, has from Magic the Gathering, from Wizard of Coast and so forth. They have to juggle both these factions. Okay, so to maintain order in their profit margin on both factions, satisfying both sides, the older generation and the new breed of generations to play the card games. Many rise, many fall. I do have some cards that are fall, off because they don't have enough exposure, they don't have enough products to wow factor. The game was a little bit too complex in my view, so it became quite disenchanted. Of course, now the new hype of new trading card game is from Cyberpunk. If you all hear about that in the Kickstarters, the artwork looks really fantastic. The way they market it is really fantastic, but I haven't learned or see how the gameplay is, so it could be difficult to play. If it's too difficult to play, you won't get naturally players to come in just to play the game, which normally at the beginning of the trading card industry, that should be your bread and butter. If you don't have the bread and butter in clients, especially players, then it's virtually difficult to maintain it. In the long run, if you have a higher base game players, then you naturally can support the collectors clients or customers, whoever you want to call them. Okay, because they are the biggest whales out there. They will buy your products so they can get some limited edition products or promo products, so that eventually they know that they have to market it and so forth. Hopefully in the future they'll make a profit out of it. That's kind of a long-term industry that puts the establishment of the trading card name. So now today we see a lot of it is about Pokemon cards. Many of those generations are right now they're opening up their own business. They actually make they're already a young adult or even mid or having a midlife crisis moments and so forth kind of generations. They are the ones who were the kids at that time in the late 1990s. I know, because I'm one of them. And I enjoy trading Pokemon cards, specific Pokemon cards. I like it. And till today, I still think that I want to buy cards and enjoy it. Now, you can't collect them all because I have a capital issue myself, to be honest. The debacle is whether I buy an expensive high-end trading card like Charizard or limited edition cards like Mario Pichu and so forth, Nintendo Pikachu and so forth. Those cost around 6 figures. Or I maintain myself collecting banknotes, currency, which I have been doing all this time, as I thought that it would be more mature investment, more solid in collection, and more legitimate in collection. When I was in my high school or even my university time, I think trading cards was a part of a phase. It's like it's a hype, and once it goes up and then it goes down, it goes down. I was thinking in that sense. Of course, today is a totally different with the catalyst starting from COVID-19. A lot of people start to invest and reconsider, hey, trading cards, it could be a great potential in there. And people start to pick up from there, and people actually just boom start buying up, collecting cards, and really paying a high value market. Most of those people who really make money is just like same thing like Bitcoins, are those early days who bought it at a really low price. I still have my trading card actually. I have my Charizard. It's unlimited, not first edition one. Those during the days I played in the early in 1998, 1999 time, before until 2000. I have that card. I didn't play with that card. I kept it. I don't know what the condition could be. It could be 8. It could be 9. It could be 9.5. I doubt it was a 10, to be honest, because my hands at that time were very aggressive. I could say that myself. But those cards, at least those days it would cost 300 ringgit to get that card in a shop market, and probably 600 ringgit or 800 ringgit to get the first edition Charizard. Sorry. Now, forget it. Somehow, if you get a pristine first edition Charizard, it worth about $250,000 US, 250 to 300,000 US dollars today. If it's in the black label or pristine condition, 10 out of 10. If you get normal 10, probably around 20k. And then you get 9.5, you get probably about 12k. And then it just dropped down even significant. Now I did say in my previous videos that trading cards are the price difference between the great numbers are very volatile. It's like a Grand Canyon. You're trying to jumping one side of the canyon to the other side of the canyon. It leaps and bounds really great and far. So it is a really dangerous. Well, at least if you talk about grading in currency, at least I know roughly either they will double the price or 50% reduction or triple the price with or 3 times the downward value. Either it's 3-fold, 4-fold, 2-folds, and the folds is depends on the demand and also the rarity quantity. That will determine the factor of 4 or factor of 3 or factor of 2. So at least the stability of going up and down for currency, they're quite stable, and of course they were printed by government or those that have legal financial instrument attached to it. They're quite simple to collect and much more safer. While trading cards are much more volatile because it's considered commodities. So commodities, normally you need to have it to be have confidence in the market. Like gold, there's the most safest precious metal in the world because it brings confidence to the people who are investing it, buying it, and selling it. Okay, all in all, I just want to make a quick video actually on this one, so it's nothing too long. Now in front of you, you can see if those of you who are expert in trading cards, these are all kind of worthless. Number one, they're quite worthless. Nothing high in value that is appreciable and so forth here. Nothing sort of that. Okay, this Pikachu probably could get raw, probably at 25 to 30 ringgit. The focus on this one, actually, why the reason I bought these cards, these slabs, as the people call it, these slabs, is the company they're printed. The company that is being graded. That's the idea that I bought it. Now, I go to the easiest one would be Certificate Guarantee Company, CGC. So I like this Pikachu, so I actually bought the one 9.5. But there's another one I got is actually from One Piece. I never had One Piece card, but looking at it, having it at 10, and I really like the artwork on this one. Borderless manga style. Actually, I would say that if this year is actually the 30th anniversary for Pokemon, if the Pokemon illustrators copy the same way what they did for in the One Piece, they had a comic or animation background like this, like manga style, on the Pikachu one, I would consider those cards as a beautiful. It will become a chase card, really superb, and I think hopefully they will make it happen because it will be crazy. People are crazy. Eventually now Pokemon cards, the one that having an event in South Korea, those are coming out in news. They're saying they have suspend or stop distributing Pokemon cards because it was crazy. Either the buyers or scalpers and so forth, they're hunting those cards actually. And then even for the One Piece, there was an exclusive NBA game in US. They distributed each spectators who bought the ticket to see the game, they actually get one complimentary card, which is a promo card for the NBA. And the news and the video you can see in YouTube, once they got that card, once they just come out of the stadium, you see a whole of people standing right there giving you cash for that promo card. I'm telling you, for those of you so you lost a lot of money there, because if they're giving you 200, they probably are selling at 400 or 600, because in the world there are demand for it. And this year, this decade, this generation, trading cards is like a profit commodity. They are the price, if the appreciation percentage is much higher than gold or any stock market. They're rising around 30 to 60%, and some you go even higher to 100% from year to year profit margin increment. So yeah, so I bought. Actually, I don't need to buy this one, but because I don't collect One Piece. But you know what? I will keep one for the sake of example of what type of collection they are out there. Actually, the reason I bought this is actually I wanted to buy the one sample or a couple of sample of the company, the greatest company, so that I can actually show and remember what the grade is, where they're from, and so forth. There are a lot of grades. Of course, the most common one that most people would consider grade, probably I would say like, yeah, like this one. Let's pick one example out there. PSA. PSA is the bread and butter of the whole entire goddamn world. They will use to grade. And now, this year, PSA has been scrutinized really badly. Really badly. Again, this card is very cheap, so forget about the card. Disregard the card. Alright, I'm talking about the grading company. So PSA is kind of under a very bad reputation this year, or even starting late last year. They bought over Beckett. So, and the way they are now dealing it is really kind of a breach of trust. The breach of trust, I would say. So, it's a lot of many issues. One of the issues is buying other grading companies and put it under one umbrella. They basically can manipulate the gradings and so forth, which they have some evidence that some people have become a victim. The problem I really don't like of any kind of graders, especially when I do grading for my currency banknotes. I don't want to grade send for grading for those who actually have in-house selling it under their company. They buy and sell, which is happening in PSA. They actually buy from the collectors or the owners of the card. They agree the amount of price, and they grade it 9, and then suddenly same card suddenly appear from 9 become 10, pristine condition, and they jack up that price really high on their own shops. Now that's the article in the news that said. I didn't discover it. I saw it in the news, in the article somewhere. Somebody wrote it in the news. Take it as a sort of grain. Okay, whether it's true or not, they're still battling in court. So let the court decide whether it's true or not. But this is the news that has been spreading, and this is the news that I have 3 articles that I've got talking about this situation. So, but nevertheless, PSA is a huge industry when it comes to grading cards and sports memorabilia and so forth. So, because a lot of people no matter where you sell your trading card, PSA, everyone knows, so you can sell it with great confidence and buying it in great confidence. Compared to what I'm going to show you later, other companies you might not know, and it doesn't bring benefit for the card to raise up the price to the premium price that a slab would be. So, having that to say, let's put it up back there. Now, this company is called Guarantee Company, okay? CGC is a parent company of every guarantee things they have. They have the stamp, is the AACG, and then for me, my forte is banknote, which is PMG, paper money guarantee. So all of these are actually under Guarantee Company. They are one big umbrella, but they divided the division so that this is for trading card, that is for comic books grading, that is for coin grading, that is for the stamp grading, that is for the currency banknote grading companies. They separate them so they operate independently themselves, but they pool their resources of and also the finance or the incomes into one company, which is the guarantee company. So they're if the operations like this, and this is one of it. So this is for the companies that they run for trading cards. I'll show you one example just for sake. Oops, I just dropped my. Is like this PMG. So this is a company, same company. They call this a paper money guarantee. This one they call it certified guarantee company, but they're under one big umbrella. Okay, I have a coin and I have a stamp, but it's not available. I actually kept it somewhere, so I'm hard to dig in. So anyway, same company. As you can see, the logos is the same. They have a special logo like the balance measurement on the balance of weight counter. This is the symbol of the company. Okay, so this is for currency. This is for trading cards. They have coins, they have stamps, they have comic books grading. I'm not sure they have grading for the video games and so forth, but nevertheless, they are trying to enter the market in grading trading cards. Base of operation, most of it is in Hong Kong. So yeah, we'll see from there how it goes, whether they are well or not. Oh, and later I will open up this. This is some I bought it today. The reason I actually showed this because today I went to the card convention, so there were people busy buying, selling, trading on trading cards. So it was one of the biggest one in Southeast Asia in Kuala Lumpur. So I went to buy some cards, and I bought some loose cards myself. Nothing expensive, as you can see the price there. I'll tell you how much it is off my hand. But before I go through that, let's go through this one. The next company that I want to present is this one. Really, I don't understand why, but I believe this is the Japanese company. Professional card grading. I think this is the Japanese. I'm not too sure. Let me check. Let's see. Because at the back of the card there is a QR code. There's a QR code here, so I just go through the QR code and see what it is. Oh, got it. Okay, very simple. This is Chinese. Okay, this is Chinese grading company, and you asked me. Is kind of awkward. Normally we do it this way, but they're going that way. So yeah, when I scanned this one, it went to the China website. So this is graded in China. So basically, all these three here I have are confirmed from China grading. Now, when you hear the word it's graded from China, it must be fake or unreliable grading company. They might just grade it 10 and so forth. I let you be the judge. You see, each country most probably they'll have their own grading services for a company. So if you want to have a reliable one, you can go more expensive. They'll grade more expensive, like Beckett or PSA. And if you don't, you have a local one. Like the Chinese, in mainland China, they have the Chinese one. And today I found 3 different companies that is Chinese. And then in Malaysia itself, we have, if bare minimum, we could have 3 companies. One is from MDC. The other one is from Top Quality Guarantee, TQG, and the other one in my mind just slipped it off was specifically trading card, but I forgot the name of it. It's not TQG. I think it's professional grading card company. something like that. I forgot the name of it, but that one is specifically only grades cards. They don't have currency, coins, or stamps. Well, TQG and MDC, they do grade coins, banknote, and stamps. So it's a one-stop center for everything they will grade. Whether they are able to grade professionally, I don't know. But if it's coins or banknotes, TQG and MDC, that is the bread and butter of business. Their modus of operandi is actually this. Trading card is something new to them. Like again, it's new, relatively new in this industry. For gradings to expand, other than PSA is the foundation and Beckett was the foundation. So yeah, there are many companies that are now brewing up, coming up to help you grade as a third party. So again, trading card, there are mountains of lists of gradings from companies across the world. So that's the reason why I bought this. They're actually cheap. Actually, most of it cost about 20 ringgit, 30 ringgit each. This one, most of it except this one, all these three, I got it for only a mere 12 ringgit. Cards itself is just worth 5 ringgit or so. So these gradings are actually kind of paid off more than what I paid. They have 12 ringgit each. This one's about 15 ringgit each, just because it's graded pristine 10. And then the certificate guarantee, this one probably about 40 ringgit, just because it's the grading company that is more reputable and so forth. This one I bought it about 60 ringgit, this most expensive one. I bought this one because I wanted the Pikachu, and since it's graded, the raw one was about probably 25 to 35 ringgit is graded, so for grading it probably might cost about extra 50 to 100 ringgit each grading. So it pays off itself. Paying 60 bucks, card is 630, you just pay extra 30 to somebody who graded this, got 9.5. So most of the time they wanted to get 10 pristine and they lock onto it because they have plenty of those cards, so they want to get as much of it as possible. Hopefully get 10 pristine, perfect 10. This is not a perfect 10 for CAG. The perfect 10 looks something like this, which they will have a label. You see that? They will have a gold label, black, and written pristine. Basically, it's telling you everything is perfect, 10 out of 10 on all the sub-grading parts. So this is what they're trying to achieve. Once they got this one, they can set it really high, more value than its own card itself. That's one of the reasons. So this one is 9.5 min, and this is graded by professional grade card grading. This is from China. Really like how they put this at the bottom. So if you have it's unconventional, because normally the model that a lot of people trying to use is what PSA did. They put it on the top and the card at the bottom, because when you hold a card, when you look at it, the card should be the first main body, and this is the head. Whereas most this one do it the opposite. Well, the main reading is there and the head is this. So I want people to see the cards as its full glory, and when people presented the cards in a showcase piece, they want to do something like this. The card itself present firstly before the grading. Okay, in this kind of format, some looks more it looks more presentable. It's more like exhibitionist style. You know, when you present an object and at the bottom you read what the object is describes, the descriptions on the bottom. So this kind of layout, it suits for cards that you're going to use it for more on display rather than keeping it. But what else on the other one, if you're keeping the cards, when you're keeping the cards, you store in like a shoebox or stamps like this. You want to be able to take out like that and read and see, you know, like that. You can't see anything, so at least you can pick up, you can see. Well, if you use the one at the bottom, you can't see anything. You just see the card. So when you have multiple cards of these, you want to pick it up the grade ones and specific is very difficult because you have to pull everything out to read. Well, for the ones with the label at the top, when you store your cards, they're always faced in the top position like this, and like as I present like so that when you flip through your cover and you just pick it up like this, you can see portion of it and reading this, the label. So you don't need to pull out the full body of the card slab, but this you need to pick it up everything just so they can read the card and the description. Whereas you try to pull half of it, you just want to see the card, you do not know what's the grading. Some people collect grading cards, same cards with different grades. Alright, there are those fanatics, common cards, but they want to get 10 pristine, then 9.5, then 9, and then 8, and then 7, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and probably 1. Now, in coin gradings, it's a bit awkward, but it's true. Actually, I'll vouch for it. In coins, the price will become very high at the perfect mint condition coin under Sheldon's scale of grading. 70 until 60, it just gradually goes down from top because of the quantity goes down. Then it becomes a lot common that a lot of people grade it. You will get 45, 40, 35, 30, and it keeps on going down to 20, 25, and then 15, and then 10, and then when you reach below the 5 mark, you'll notice the price suddenly goes up. It bends upward. Normally the principle is the more poorer the condition, the cheaper it is. But in coins, you don't get a huge quantity of coins that are that poor. That's why there is some niche collectors of coin collectors. They are willing to collect grades 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm probably not 5 actually. They collect this 4, 3, 2, 1 kind of grades. Really poor coins, verify what coin it is. And the price actually goes up because the quantity of those kind of coins are small. There are those kind of fanatic collectors, I would say, that is unorthodox, unconventional, but they do exist. So I don't know whether trading card have that kind of scenario, but I did see a graded 1 for trading card, 1 out of 10. It was horrendous. It was really horrendous. Like it was abused and damaged. Some like it gone through the road rage. It was probably the card was accidentally put in the washing machine and being tumbled around in the washing machine and so forth. Yeah, you have that kind of situation that you get 1. But think again, quantity is really small. Price wise could be high because there is demand of people who collect those kind of grades. And I do have a friend that actually collects same common, uncommon cards. They are widely cheap. They only cost about 2 ringgit, 5 ringgit, 10 ringgit, no more than that. They attempt to try and grade and get every single grading number off the card. I had a friend like that. It was mad, but it is a niche of collectors. Like I always tell people in currency collecting, there is no right or wrong of collecting cards. Majority of people who collect cards love to brag. A lot of majority of collective currency coins love to brag their wealth, their rarities and so forth. Look at me, I collected that. I try to avoid these toxic people. Okay, I tried my very best, but the problem is you can't avoid them because they have the resources of information that might help you achieve what you need to get your banknotes or coins collection or stamp or trading cards. So use them well, but don't become them. Do not be toxic. Collect freely, collect what you want, and have fun in collecting. So this is one of it in China company. I'm not too sure whether it's correct. Their company is called PCG Grading, Professional Card Grading Company. This is from China. The next China one would be BTTC. Okay, BTTC, or is, I think, behind here, if you can say. You can say. So yeah, I'm not too sure. This was here written here CCGA. I'm not too sure it's the company name, but it's written in Chinese. So basically, this is Chinese brand too. But I've heard in certain blogs, BTTC, if I correctly, that is the company name. But I heard that this grading company is more bread and butter in China. There's much more reputable company in China for grading cards. So it could be, but I don't have this company, so I try to buy one of the card, one of the slabs for my own personal collection, so that I can know that there is existence of this kind of company brand. So some people like me, a bit crazy, unorthodox, maybe I start collecting slab, cheap one, okay, cheap one, but variety of different brand. That's one way of collecting. You know, I don't have enough capital to buy extremely expensive card collection. I don't want to brag about it, but there are certain cards that I really love to buy to keep it for my own personal happiness, to feed my soul, to give me my happiness. But those cards are always unattainable because the price is very high. One good example is the Neo Genesis Lugia. Oh, that card is so one of the days. Those days when I was a kid, I wanted that card. That is, to me, is like a godlike card, and today the price is godlike price. Really goddamn expensive. My French. Pardon my French. Okay, the other company one, this one. This is they call it OCD. Damn, man. Another Chinese company, but this one I tried to scan. This on the left side is for WeChat connection. I don't have WeChat, so I can't scan this one. This one is their web page. Well, apparently the problem is that it went to error 404. Either they have already disbanded or defunct grading company or whatsoever. I don't know, but based on the blog that I read through, this company is real company, and I bought two of them accidentally. I should just buy one and don't need this. Okay, I'm not a fanatic to collect all the grading. Same card, same identical. So probably this card I would just treat it like and they actually serialize the same. This is 80189491. This one is all the same, but the last number is 9192. So when the graders, when they publish it and issue it and it's encapsulated, these were next to each other. Somebody just sent one whole bulk like this, and probably many more, and they grade it like that. Now this is one of the good example I will keep and try to figure out how did they grade differently. From visual, when you look at it, it looks the same. How this get 10 and how this not getting 10? Okay, how? So it was one of those good examples that I want to keep like this, just to educate people. How do you look at it is different. Now the good thing about this Chinese company OCD is they have sub grading scores. Overall total is 10, pristine, but they have 4 sub scores, same as Beckett. Centering 9.5, edges 10, corners 10, and surface is 10. So you got 3 10s out of 4, and 9.5 is out of 4. So when you calculate together, they are closely towards 10. So they give overall score 10 out of 10, pristine. Now they have this one. Sorry about that. Phone's just ran out of battery. Okay, then this one 9.5, based on the grade subgradings here. Centering 9.5, edges 9.5, corners 9.5, surface 9.5. There are no 10, and when you calculate all together, when you run it up, the overall score is 9.5. So really, how do they judge to get 9.5 to 10? And the price, actually, if you look at those expensive cards from a 10 to 9.5, the difference is like Grand Canyon. If you're jumping across the Grand Canyon, the price is feel that way. One card like this could maybe cost 10,000 ringgit, and the 9.5 probably will cost about 4,000 ringgit. It's not even close. It drops dramatically, down spiral. Now probably 10,000 is a little bit too loose to use. Normally, the price that is visually dramatically painful is those are huge numbers. Some of the pristine 10, they cost around, let's say, I remember I saw one, it's about 60,000. And then when it jumped to 9.5 or 9, at least at times 9, from 60,000 it dropped to 25,000. That's a dramatic drop. Okay, the consistency drop is really different from the current banknotes, but yeah, they do drop really badly. So the difference between a 10 and a 9.5 for investors, they play a really, really big role. And that is why a lot of dealers, they try and their very best to send as much cards as like this and try to achieve 10. Now these cards are way damn cheap. Okay, way damn cheap. Even so, this card probably costs about 2 to 3 ringgit each. Plus the services of the grading probably is another 35 or 40 ringgit. But I got the 9.5, this one, for only 12 ringgit. And the 10 is a bump up to 15 ringgit. Actually, I saw this one, I forgot to remove this one. Actually, I just supposed to just get this one and save my 12 bucks. But since I already got it, I accidentally forgot to remove from my purchase. So I got both of them. So it was really a mistake of my own. But anyway, it's the extra 12 bucks. So those are about the grading cards that I like to talk about here. Now, some of the loose cards I bought, these cards are not graded. They're very cheap, as you can see the price later. I got this one from the Anything Collectibles shop. Today they came to the conventions. They brought a lot of the albums or the loose pieces of the trading cards. I was looking for the cards that I admire, I liked. Nothing expensive, nothing is extraordinary, but it was during that time I don't have these cards, or I've lost it, or in a bad condition. So I mean, I can't remember what I bought. Now this company is actually from Ipoh. So it's actually in another state, so they won't be in KL, so I won't be going to their shops anywhere here or anytime, anyway, anything, because they are from Ipoh. Anyway, cards I bought are only 3 cards. If you notice, wink wink, 3 of the 4 cards are actually my favorite Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is actually Weezing, and of course is for basic Pokemon stage is called Coughing. In Japanese they call it Togasu, and then when it evolves to stage 1, which they have a little extra here, becoming 2 balls of Coughing joining together, it's called Meta Togasu. Yeah, and this is from Fossil series. So it's one of the after the base sets. Fossil series was the second expansion series came out in Pokemon World. So this is like the second oldest cards, and you can see Japanese one and the older ones, the cards back is the old version. This is how during the early 1990s these cards were like issued before 2000. This is how the back card looks like. If some of you have not seen it, the Japanese version, Pokemon Monster card game. You see it's the copyright Nintendo 1996 and so forth, alright, reserves and so. And yeah, as you can see, this is 9 ringgit Coughing or Togasu, and then Weezing, 12 ringgit Meta Togasu. Mata Togasu. My favorite Pokemon. I have the English version in my album, which I kept it since those glory days when I was a kid. I don't know what the condition is. Probably it's a terrible condition, but yeah, my favorite Pokemon. Luckily, they are not rare, so the price are very cheap. They are common and uncommon. They are not rare, ultra rare, and so forth. Some people collect Pikachu's. Well, they have to buy a lot of those expensive ones if they want to complete their collection. But luckily, if I want to collect just wheezing and coughing only, financially I'm quite confidently safe, so I can make a collection of just wheezing and coughing. That's it. And hopefully I could collect varieties of languages. Primary probably English, secondary is Japanese, and then third probably would be traditional Chinese, and if simplified Chinese does have wheezing and coughing, why not? You know, that's part of Asia. And then Korean, you got French, German, you know, trying out my luck here. But anyway, these are two of my favorite cards. Coughing, 9 ringgit, wheezing, 12 ringgit. Really inexpensive, to be honest, for those two cards. And then I found the E series. This is a bit more electronic. This is purposes. This is about 18 ringgit. Still considered cheap. The Japanese version. Now I'm actually looking for the English version, which they have two types. One is holo and one is non-holo. In the record of the history of all the trading cards for wheezing, the most expensive wheezing card in the collection of the Pokemon series is as this series. I forgot what it's called, but I do know that they have a very big yellow bar here. This is actually for use of the code. When you insert a card, like the card itself, you can play electronically of the trading cards and so forth. So that's one of the purposes they want to use. But sadly, it cuts short, and then the Wizard of Coast, the company who produced the trading card at that time, they sold to another company, and with that, a trading card has changed another position. The other card that I bought is something that I would look cute, that I wanted to buy, is the 25th anniversary Japanese version of Mew. What is it? Mew. Inexpensive, of course, 25 ringgit. Condition wise, I would say really good. Probably I can get 8 or 9, but definitely no 10. I don't know how they look for 10. I can't see the centering is good or not, but card surface wise there's no wrinkle, so it's quite good condition. But overall, it's really pleasing card, I would say. For a Japanese card, 25 ringgit. Nothing more, nothing less. And I got this 4 cards from a brand company called Anything Collectibles. So, and their base of operation, their shop is at Ipoh, so it's in Perak. So I won't be going there. I won't be able to be a repeating customer for them, sadly. Yeah. So anyway, that is all I have about the trading card games. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you guys real soon. Back to banknotes. Again, thank you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully not for trading cards, of course. And if you have any comments or anything to advise, I do accept them, because sharing knowledge and opinions is the great foundation to move forward in anything. So I hope you get that if you have. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you real soon.